Stay tuned as we check out this Marvel Legends Valkyrie from Avengers Endgame. Pow and welcome back to the channel, Dan Who Reviews. As always, my name is Dan W. Make sure you are following me on Instagram at It's Dan Who. And today we continue our Avengers Endgame Wave 3 set of reviews, aka the Thor Build-A-Figure Wave. And talking about Thor, in front of me we have Valkyrie, who we first saw in the Thor Ragnarok film wearing this outfit, but then of course she turned up at the end of Endgame in the final battle to help out, again wearing this outfit. And this is the better version of Valkyrie in my personal opinion. We have had a previous version of Valkyrie before, but it is no way near as good as this one. That head sculpt is Tessa Thompson all day long. Looks very good, like it. She comes with a sword, little sheath for a sword, and we also get the pajama bottom legs of the Thor Build-A-Figure. So yes, definitely an upgrade we needed of Valkyrie in the more popular costume. So yeah, very happy with that. On the side, we're getting a picture of Tessa Thompson as Valkyrie. On the back, we get a little bit of a write-up. And then, of course, you get a list of all the figures in this wave you need to complete the Thor Build-A-Figure. Today, we're reviewing Valkyrie. So as I said, this one's looking very good. Really like that face sculpt. Looks like Tessa Thompson. This will look good on display. So let's get it open. And here we have the new King of Asgard out of the packaging, looking very nice. And spoiler alert, I can already tell it's better than the previous version of Valkyrie that we have. So before we take a closer look at her, I'd quickly mention it comes with the Thor Build-A-Figure leg for Lebowski Thor, Bro Thor. You can see his pajama bottoms there. Obviously subscribe to the channel, come back once I've reviewed all the figures in this wave, and I will build and review Thor. So yes, today though, is all about this beauty. This is the Valkyrie we wanted when Thor Ragnarok come out. I really like this white uniform, her official Valkyrie uniform. And yeah, she's looking good. Obviously, she appears at the end of Endgame, so she is justified in this wave entirely. And she comes with her sword, where, as you can see, I've already got a hold in, and a sheath. Now, these are the previous version of the sword and the sheath that we have. And there's nowhere for it to plug in. So as you can see, the cape come off there. But if I zoom in on the figure, they've actually nowhere for me to put the sword and the sheath. So you could sort of sneak it in a place, but it's not going to work. So you let me know in the comments below. Have you found somewhere for it to go? Because it seems like it's got a little hole, but I don't know if it's meant to plug in anywhere. I just don't know. But she will hold her sword, as you've seen me do. Not a problem, so that's probably how I'll go to pose her. On the back, you can see a little peg, and that is where the cape goes. And the peg does go in quite deep, so it sits there nicely and does not hinder articulation on the shoulder at all, because the cape will move. And yeah, it looks really, really nice. So let me zoom in, show you this Tessa Thompson face sculpt, because it is perfect. And yeah, this is a nice looking figure. So here's a closer look at that face sculpt, and it is 100% Tessa Thompson. I don't care what you say, you can definitely see the actress in that face sculpt. So bravo Hasbro, again, just keep getting better and better with that 3D digital face printing technology that you've got. And I like the hairdo on it as well. She's obviously just got the two ponytails, the plaited look, and there's some decent sculpt in the hair as well. And I do think it is a big improvement on the previous version. It's just more accurate. I didn't hate the previous version, but it's just more accurate to Tessa Thompson. So here's a quick comparison of the previous one, and you can see how this old one, the head's just bigger as well. Now, it sort of resembled Tessa Thompson maybe if you squinted your eyes, and it didn't look bad. Like, this isn't a terrible face sculpt. Trust me, Hasbro have done much worse with female figures. And you can see how the hair is similar, but it's obviously a bit longer now in Endgame. But this new one is just better in every way. Just the application of the paint, the 3D printing, the hair sculpt, the face sculpt, the size of the head. Yeah, and I'll do a full comparison in a minute and see if this new face sculpt attaches to this body. But yeah, without question, this one is very nice. Now, as I mentioned, you get the cape. And the cape's got some little logos in the middle there that I didn't even know before. And it doesn't attach onto the figure, it just rests there, which is a nice touch because, as I said, it doesn't hinder articulation. You get that shoulder all the way up and you can see it just rises a little bit. If I take this off, So there you go, that's just a separate piece. On the back, you don't get much detail. The sculpt works there, but it's mainly all white. And the front of the figure, again, it's mainly all white, but then you get the gold bits of armor and the blue sort of outlines. And considering it's a female figure, it's a good range of articulation. It's only a single jointed elbow, but look, it does go quite far up, just as good as some double jointed elbows. So yeah, I'm not complaining about that at all. Good range of motion, look at that. So yeah, it's not double jointed, but it's very good for a female Marvel legend. Moving down to the bottom, like this is a sort of a two-tone skirt piece as it attaches on either side, and it is a separate plastic. As you can see, it raises above the leg on each side. And again, I still can't find anywhere to put a sheath officially, but you can sort of squeeze it in these areas. Moving down, you get the gold and the white, again looking very nice, crisp and clean. Good paint job on mine. I'm liking it a lot. So bravo Hasbro, and very accurate to what we see in the films. And again, just plugs in. Then you can get her in a nice pose on the shelf, and it will rest there looking very good. So here we have our MCU Valkyrie comparison, and I do quite like both outfit choices for her. Obviously this is the one we first see her in, and then this is her sort of official Valkyrie armor. So I do like both of the costumes. It's just that this face sculpt is such a big improvement compared to that one. So obviously we want to do a swap and see if it will work. So let's do that. So this head should pop off. There you go, pops off. This head definitely pops off. And let's see if it will work. So, as I expected, it is too small. It's not going to work at all, which is a shame, because I told you it's too big. This other one was just too big. So it's a shame, because if this body was scaled down a little bit, with this head sculpt, you could get a nice different version of Tessa Thompson, but definitely not with this face sculpt. Could we use that one on there? You could, but why would you want to do that? So yeah, there you go. I tried, so you don't have to. This one all day long. Now you can see, as I said, this one's got the knife, the same weapon. I don't know what her weapon's officially called, but I've sheathed it there in between the bout, and if I pull it out, you'll see it's the exact same as the version we get with the new Valkyrie. So same knife and sheath. So I'm thinking they would just give us this sheath as it was easy just to give us an extra one, and maybe we don't actually need it anywhere, because she does hold the sword in Endgame, but I don't see her pulling it out of a sheath at all. So yes, here's Valkyrie. This is the only version of Valkyrie you need in your collection. I will have this one at the back somewhere, very far at the back, because this one is far superior. And here we have Valkyrie compared to Thor from Thor Ragnarok, and then Loki. This is the Infinity War version of Loki in the 2-pack with Corvus Glaive. I just prefer the colours on this one. But I just wanted to show you scale compared to some other characters she's encountered in the MCU. And I do think she is a little bit shorter than she should be, or maybe Thor is a little bit oversized than he should be. Either way, it doesn't scale perfectly, but it will work nevertheless. Thor is a god after all, so you can always say he's a little bit bigger than the other figures. But she still looks good amongst them. You cannot deny that. And then here's a comparison compared to the other female Asgardian that we have, and it is Lady Sif. Where was she at the final battle of Endgame? Very disappointing. I don't think she's died officially in the MCU, so maybe we shall see her in Love and Thunder. But this is a very nice figure as well, people. Very nice figure. And these two do scale really nice together. Well, I've never seen them on screen together, but they just look good side by side. And to end on a quick Endgame comparison, here she is compared to two people that are in that final battle with her. We have Pepper Potts' rescue and Peter Parker, Spider-Man, of course. He did jump on and hitchhike a ride on Pegasus. I don't think her horse is officially called Pegasus, but let's all assume it is Pegasus because it's a horse with wings. But yeah, again, looks great. So final thoughts are obviously I like this version of Valkyrie. I like this outfit. I like the head sculpt. And this is one of those figures in this wave that I was very happy to be adding to the collection. I can't find a reason or anywhere to put this. So this is just going to end up in a box somewhere, and she'll probably be posed on my shelf looking like this, holding her sword. Maybe one day we'll get her horse in a rider's wave, who knows, but still she looks very nice nevertheless. So you let me know what you think in the comments below. Are you going to try and track this version of Valkyrie down? Is this your preferred look for Valkyrie? Let me know in the comments below. As always, curious to hear your thoughts. It's a shame that she's holding a sword and we didn't get an up and down swivel on the wrist. Instead, we've got side to side. But that doesn't matter too much, does it? And maybe the sword's a little bit undersized. She doesn't hold it as tight as I want. But those are just the small, tiny gripes in comparison to the rest of the figure. Honestly, I do really like this one. Happy with it. So yes, as I said, let me know what you think in the comments below. And if you want to see all the other figures in this wave that I'm reviewing, go and check out the videos tab for hundreds, I literally mean hundreds of Marvel Legends reviews. And of course, the playlists. And please, 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 help me get to 10K and hit that subscribe button. Thank you very much. And as always, my name is Dan W. And I shall see you on the next one.